Okay, coming in at number 16, last week's number 16, this week's number 16. This is a former number one song. It's only been on the chart for a week, so it's pretty much on its way there. The song yo-yoed up and down for 25 weeks before finally reaching number one, according to our data. This is a song called Chirpy Chirpy Cheep Cheep, the version done by the Middle of the Road. Now, the first version was done by Layli Scott in 1970. Scottish band Middle of the Road recorded it in 1971. Matt and Katie Kissoon recorded it that same year, became the U.S. hit. The original recording of the song by Layli Scott was first released in 1970, where he had been living for several years. It was a hit, entering the top 20 in Italy at the beginning of October. The record company Philips was reluctant to release it overseas and offered it to two other groups. The Scottish group, Middle of the Road, were working in Italy at the time, and the Trinidadian brother and sister duo Mac and Katie Kissoon. So both of those artists recorded that song. Philips eventually released Scott's version elsewhere as it topped the charts in Australia and Rhodesia, as well as hitting the top 10 in South Africa. It was not hit in the U.S., and that version only peaked at number 92 in the Billboard Hot 100, something that Middle of the Road version did not hit the Billboard Hot 100. Middle of the Road released a version in October 1970, and though it failed to chart there, it was in the UK and instantly became a hit. Before later growing in popularity in the UK. It entered the UK singles charts in the final week in May, and Tony Blackburn got the boost from it. Tony Blackburn is a popular DJ. I think he may have hosted Top of the Pops at one time or another, who favorited this version over the Matt and Katie Kissoon version, which of course never been released in the UK, even though Matt and Katie Kissoon were living in the UK at the time. Had the most success in North. Now, of course, their version, of course, did well in North America, peaked at number 20 on the Billboard Hot 100. But this is the worldwide version of the hit. It went all the way to number one. This is Chirpy Chirpy Cheep Cheep, the version done by Middle of the Road.